Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and these are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. We'll show you the suspect who lit a man on fire, a huge gun buyback program on St. Croix, and a message from M.O.T.T.E.P. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, a 25-year-old man continues to fight for his life after being set on fire. News Channel 8's Wes Small has the story.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Here we are in Paradise Mills once again, and as we pan over there, we see the man coming with the window, as a matter of fact, the same window that he's going to put in 3-4 in that apartment there. We're going to look for some file footage that you could see that window being taken out of there from earlier. Meanwhile, 31-year-old Donna Webb is being charged with second-degree assault and arson. You might remember that it was on Friday when a 25-year-old victim and her apparently got in a domestic dispute and argument, and apparently the man was burned over 56% of his body. I understand it was a 5-gallon tank of gas where the woman threatened to light his clothes on fire, and what happened then, we pretty much know. That it was not a pretty sight. The man was rushed to the hospital. Donna was then arrested. Miss Webb apparently returned here on Saturday at about 7:15 in the morning, I understand, and we understand that she was burglarized. I just talked to Melody Rames, and we found out that a cell phone was taken and perhaps some ornaments had been knocked over. Apparently not ransacked like some news accounts had it to be. So for now, here's what we know. Miss Webb has been let out of jail then, and then when she came home, she found that her cell phone had been missing, or a cell phone had been missing. Meanwhile, you're watching footage of the gentleman coming out of that apartment now, trying to, I guess, shore up the place to make it inhabitable again. If you have any information about this, you should call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, or you could call 911. At Paradise Mills, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And that 25-year-old victim is in Puerto Rico with his mother. No words on his condition so far. And in other news tonight, there'll be a gun buyback program on St. Croix soon. News Channel 8's Wes Small has the details.
Thank you very much, Jerome, and welcome back, dude. All right, I'm here with Police Chief Chris Howell, and I think that looks like we had a pretty quiet weekend. Of course, he's still working on some big cases like Cane Bay and so forth. But right now, we're going to focus on gun buyback, a very successful geographic for St. Thomas and St. John, Chief. And I know you want to big up Roger Dewey and the St. Croix Foundation for putting the funds there. Now you're going to go through the logistics, which starts Friday at what time, sir?
Friday 10 to 2 and also Saturday 10 to 2 over at Department of Agriculture.
Okay, well, explain now for the procedure and what people have to do, because I know there's a lot of questions and probably a lot of people out there think, oh, it might be a trap or something. So you bring it on home.
Okay, basically it's really simple. If you've got an unlicensed firearm, a weapon that might have been inherited to you that you didn't get licensed, or you came across a weapon, no matter how it is, if you have a weapon that you want to get rid of, even a licensed weapon that you decided that you no longer want to possess it, you can bring it down to us. We won't ask any questions of you. You'll come down between the hours of 10 and 2 down at Department of Agriculture. There'll be some signs that point you in the right way. You'll come in there. If you have the weapon with you, if it's loaded, and you're not familiar with the weapon, you don't want to handle it, just go ahead and put it in the trunk of your car. There'll be officers down there, also some civilians down there that are familiar with the weapons. We'll have a firearm expert there as well that can unload it and render it safe.
And again, it's right at the Agriculture Fairground, and no strings attached.
Nope, you just bring it in, we'll take the weapon off your hands, pay you in cash, and you'll be on your way.
All right. Now, what is St. Croix Foundation and Roger doing? They just celebrated their 21st. I always said, Roger, you got wings waiting for you in heaven. What, they made the money available?
Well, what happened was there was a number of private citizens that, they saw the significance of this program and obviously saw the success they had over in St. Thomas, and they came forward, and St. Croix Foundation set up, they're the fiduciary for this, and they set up an account there. and a number of people stepped up to the plate and put in money into that account to make this whole operation, if you will, come forward. So yeah, we're really excited about it. We think we're looking forward to a similar success they had in St. Thomas, and this project's taken on all over the United States mainland and always have a lot of success. Get a lot of guns off the street. We urge anybody that has a weapon, get that weapon in good hands. We'll take it off your hands, and you make a little money on the side, so you don't lose any sleep about something that had value, just giving it up, and we'll move on from there. And again, dates are Friday and Saturday this coming from the hours of 10 and 2. It'll be quick and easy. Just bring that weapon in, and we'll take it off your hands. You leave with some cash in your pocket.
Sounds good. If you don't think that this is not a worthy cause, think we're just blowing wind. We have privy just for a couple of minutes, just to look at some of these deadly weapons. Just some. A tip of the iceberg, what they've confiscated. There's still a lot of deadly weapons out there. And if we don't want to go to funerals and see me rant and rave at 7 o'clock with the tears coming down, let's do something about it on Friday to the Department of Agriculture and drop them off. People, if you don't think that this gun buyback program is necessary, I have privy. The chief can't even walk in there. And thank God that they've got this thing under control. Just take a look. The cameraman's going to get as far. Don't worry, they'll call him back. You're seeing this live. Chief, explain to us what we're seeing, sir.
This is the gun vault. This is where we store both firearms and ballistic evidence for the police department. And
Off the top of your head, how many are we looking at?
I think there's about 577 in there is what the current total is. And then you have ballistic evidence as well on the far right. And that's either bullet fragments or bullets that were taken from people's bodies, or they're bullets that were shot by our firearms examiner for comparison.
So
or could be shell casings as well.
500 to 600 weapons have been used in violent crimes against people. A lot of them.
A lot of them, and or they've been recovered by the officers before they had that opportunity.
Chief, thank you for this access, and thank you for having your forensics teams get us here. So please, one more time, Chief, Department of Agriculture Fairgrounds, what time on Friday?
Friday from 10 to 2, and likewise on Saturday, 10 to 2.
At Rainbow Command, privy to what most media never see and what you never see in your home at 7 o'clock, the guts of the evidence room. Even the chief can't go in there. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And also tonight, a musician has turned himself into police authorities after he was wanted for domestic violence charges. Here's Melody Rames with more.
Alexei Butte, age 24, a suspect wanted for a third-degree assault domestic violence, surrendered to police at about 8 p.m. on Sunday, October 2nd, and was arrested by domestic violence unit detectives on St. Thomas. Butte is a local reggae recording artist. Less than 24 hours earlier, detectives issued a wanted poster for Butte's arrest. Domestic violence unit detectives were searching for Butte in connection with an incident that happened on September 4th when Butte assaulted his girlfriend, threatened her with a firearm, damaged her property, and caused a disturbance at her estate, Lindbergh Bay residence. Butte was also charged with disturbance of the peace, aggravated assault and battery, and destruction of property domestic violence. His bail was denied due to the domestic violence law, and he was remanded to the Bureau of Corrections pending further court action.
Thanks to Melody Rames of the Virgin Islands Police Department. When we come back from this break, M.O.T.T.E.P has a message for you. Stay with us. Let's take a look at your Caribbean report for tonight. In your Caribbean report tonight, we start in St. Kitts and Nevis, where it is a blessed month, the month of October, which comes with a number of observances, some of which span the entire month. Financial Information Month is celebrated to promote the financial literacy among the territory's members. The month of the elderly, to achieve what some may consider a lack of appreciation and a lack of respect for the elderly, while highlighting their contribution to the fabric of our society. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is celebrated in St. Kitts and Nevis in October, as well as St. Kitts' Society for the Blind. The International Teachers Week is observed in October from October 1st to the 8th. And finally, the Brethren's Assembly to celebrate their diamond anniversary. When back in 1936, the Brethren Assembly movement began in St. Kitts when missionaries from Canada and England arrived there. It will be their 75th anniversary. And in Kingstown, Jamaica, the region's transport ministers are in talks regarding the connectivity and integration in air travel across the Caribbean. Jamaica's Minister of Transport and Works, Mike Henry, said he has had discussions with the ministers of transport from Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago and will have further talks next month. We are also scheduled for a meeting in October where we can begin as ministers of transport to discuss the development of integrated air travel for the Caribbean and make it more economically viable, more speedily attainable, and what will develop into better interconnectivity. Henry was speaking at a seminar on air travel in the Caribbean, challenges and opportunities, held last week on the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies. And finally tonight in Havana, Cuba, the Tampa-based Florida Orchestra principal Wind Quartet gave a concert on Friday evening in Havana, Cuba at the San Felipe Nere Oratorio, performing George Gershwin and other 5 composers. Before the presentation, the musicians taught a series of workshops for the students at Armandillo Roland Conservatory who were amazed by their insight. The orchestra spokesperson, Sherry Powell, announced that they have plans to send their director of the orchestra to Cuba to conduct the Orquesta Sinfónica Nacional of 2012 and have his Cuban counterpart visit Tampa to participate in a series of master workshops. This is the first time a group of professional U.S. musicians have performed in Cuba since 1999, when the Symphony Orchestra of Milwaukee made a widely acclaimed tour of the island. And that's your Caribbean Report for tonight. Well, this month is VI Family Month, and the fine folks at M.O.T.T.E.P and the Juan Louis Hospital have merged. News Channel 8's Wes Small tells us why.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Here we are at the grounds of Juan Louis Hospital. I always call her Florence Nightingale, or an angel who has wings waiting for her in heaven. It's Lillian Sutherland from M.O.T.T.E.P, organ transplant and so forth, and she's just always there in the community. Here with now Shireen Williams-Walters, who is the Director of Risk Management. And October, besides being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, that means that Jerome and I have to get some pink ribbons out, that's for sure for that. But Ms. Sutherland, this is VI Family Month. VI had it right, VI Family Month. All right, Ms. Sutherland, how does this tie in with the fine folks here at Juan Louis Hospital?
Well, the Virgin Islands Family Month, which happens in October, places the emphasis on the individual as a whole. So we look at your physical health, your mental well-being, and all the emotions that go along with that. We use the month to encourage people to look out for family members, encourage them to go get tested for whatever. There are too many of us who lose too many family members. People just haven't gone to the doctor in like 12 years. And so, you know, it took a long time coming, but October now we automatically think of breast cancer. And without taking anything from that, as Virgin Islands Family Month, we're trying to get Virgin Islanders in a frame of mind where in October, we try, no matter how sound we think our relationship is with family members, we try to encourage everyone to do a little better, go beyond what we're currently doing. To make it better, strengthen our family ties. It eventually strengthens the community.
I agree to that because not everyone can go to the doctor. You know, my doctor is Dr. Fast Track, Dr. Emergency Room, because I simply can't afford a doctor. Right now, legislation is trying to make it possible that you could see the doctor without a stopgap at the receptionist. I mean, let's face it, sometimes you can't get past the receptionist to see the doctor. That's why I guess Juan Louis Hospital, God forbid the day that this hospital should shut their doors, which brings us...
Sorry, no matter if we can afford to go off island in the event of an emergency, the first stop is Juan Louis Hospital.
That's right.
And so I'm in very close contact with those folks who work here. The signature piece for M.O.T.T.E.P during October is the Virgin Islands Family Walk. It's called It's a Family Affair. And this year we're helping out the hospital in that we usually give a free breakfast, but these ladies have asked if they could charge for breakfast this year, and the funds raised will all go towards improving situation here at the hospital.
That's
so,
wonderful.
Shireen?
All right, yes, Ms. Williams-Walters, Risk Management Director. What does this mean to you and your organization here?
Good evening, everyone. This means a whole lot to us here at Wang F. Louis Hospital as we continue to improve our services provided to the community. We're asking that on October 22nd, 2011, that the community come out and support the It's a Family Affair Walk that M.O.T.E.P will be hosting. This year, M.O.T.E.P has given Wang F. Louis Hospital the opportunity to participate and conduct a fundraising opportunity to help the hospital raise funds for much needed medical equipment and supplies. And usually M.O.T.E.P charge they usually don't charge, they usually don't charge for their breakfast, but this year they're allowing us to charge for the breakfast to help raise funds. In addition to that, we're asking the community to gather some teams, whether it's family members, friends, co-workers, and we're asking other government agencies and private sectors to also pull together a team from your office or your family and assist with the pledge that we're doing. We're asking that each person pledge whether it's $20 or $5 per mile. And it's 6 miles from Frederiksted Plaza Extra to the Midre Commons Park in Frederiksted.
At Juan Louis Hospital, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And that'll be an exciting annual walk for the whole family. When we come back from this break, we'll take a look at highlights from the VIPR Friendship Day. Well, we continue our coverage of the Virgin Islands Puerto Rico friendship activities. Let's take a look.
This is flamboyant wood, and I made this with the leaves, one piece of wood. This is come from a coconut, from the trunk of the coconut, and I leave it natural. This is lignum vitae, one of the hardest wood you can find. Also, they call it iron wood.
Welcome to the Children's Tent. This is an annual event where we provide children activities. Right now you're looking at the Mokojumbis. They're learning how to walk on a Mokojumbi, and as you can see, you don't have to be a child. You don't have to be a child to do this activity.
Peligroso y no me interesa el béisbol.